I've been out here for a while. Mom might be getting worried. Sounds like a storm coming in. And a bunch of crows coming in too. I should probably get going. What's that? What's this? Hello all my fellow doers. I'm back again, but this time with a new game. It's called 3/4 Home, and it's about this girl that you just saw as I was reading, that she has to go home as a storm's gonna be happening. It's not really that long, but it has a good story. Also, I've heard. Bracket. Three-fourths home. It's a fairly new indie game, so it sounds amazing. Oh, well, I was supposed to click new game. Start from the top. Yep. What? She found a guitar. Pick up the side of the road. She found a guitar pickup at the side of the road. There's a pick. 3/4. Huh. She's 3/4 of the way home, and then there's, 3/4. Nebraska. Sounds amazing. My phone's ringing. Hello. Hello? It doesn't really say the controls, so I don't know how to press hello. Or I could turn off the headlights and stuff. Oh, it's Space Kilo. Kelly, where are you? I'm driving. From where? Where did you go? I took a drive. In this weather? Why? I needed some time alone. Chris, Kelly, you could have told me you could have told me you were heading out. Sorry. I'll let you guys know next time. You better. I was worried sick for a minute then. Like I said, I'm sorry. I know you're used to living on your own, but now that you're back home, you have to let us know if you're going to be gone. That's fair. See, I knew you were sensible. So where are you at? At McCarthy's Fields, I think. Way out by the power station? Yeah, I can see it from here. Look, there it is in the backyard, in the background. You're a good 20 miles out then. You okay on gas? Yeah, full tank. You must not have been driving this whole time then. I wasn't. Okay, Mr. Girl. Did your dad fill it up for you yesterday? Yeah. Make sure you thank him. I did. What were you thinking driving in this weather anyway? It seemed fine when I left. How long did you leave? The clouds rolled in hours ago. This morning. It must have been early. Your dad don't even hear. And he wasn't up he was up by 5, I'm sure. I didn't see him. Did you even sleep? No, not really. Oh gosh. Probably more than your dad did. He's up to the middle of the night, but he still gets up every day like he's got to work. The routine is good for him, Mom. He just spends the whole day, elbow deep in dirt in that garden, but he can't grow a damn thing. Bless his heart. I heard he did a few tomatoes. Ha, I bet he told you that. It's 2 tomatoes. That he's out right now trying to cover them up from the rain. Why? Hell if I know. I've never heard of protecting a plant from the rain. That's weird. Yeah, that's pretty weird. Look at this, all the corn isn't getting covered up. You're telling me it'll be a miracle if he doesn't fall flat on his ass trying to walk out of the mud with those crutches. How's his leg today? He said it was hurting him earlier, before the storm hit. How bad? Just a second. I'll check the trash. Okay. 5 beers back. Don't police him, Mom. What? I'm worried about him. If he's had more than a couple, the pain must be really bad. I don't understand it really, how someone's leg can hurt when there's no leg there, but I'm no doctor. It's called phantom pain. This is totally true because someone I know, this happened to them, and they had to get their leg amputated, and it's called phantom pain. You feel the pain of the leg that isn't even there. It's freaking crazy. It's true. That's crazy. I could relate to the story now. I know what it's called. I've been all over there. I've been to all the appointments with him out in Omaha. Has he been lately? No. Your father we're talking about. No, it's your father we're talking about. He's as stubborn as you are. What is it he said last time? I asked. They can't grow it back. What's the point of getting poked at again? Sounds like him. Mom. Oh. I do a great impression after being married to a man for 27 years. He's been more positive since you got home. You know it helps him having you at home. What's different about today? It's probably the weather. We haven't had a storm like this all year, so I think it just hit him hard. Does he even talk about it? What? The accident or the pain? The accident. No. We don't talk about it. One of his coworkers came by to visit last week, and your dad wouldn't even come downstairs to talk to him. That's weird. It is what it is. Now that I'm thinking about it, how'd that interview that your dad set up for you go? It went, okay, I guess? Just okay? It disappeared, For better or worse, yeah. Excellent. Think you got a job then? For better or worse, yeah. Sorry if I messed up. Yeah, okay. Why do you say that? Do you think you're too good for it? It isn't my first choice. No. Since when did you have a whole lot of options? This can't be the only one, right? Good luck finding anyone else hiring in town. It doesn't matter if you have a college degree either. It's dry out there, Kelly. What about the shop? Denise isn't hiring, hun. I'm only getting a couple of days a week. As it is, not many people in this town want to spend money for a dog groomer. Can you at least talk to her about it? I could try, but I don't even know how we're still in business. Truth be told, I don't expect her to open much longer. Denise is serious in debt. It's rough for everyone right now. That's the God's honest truth. We were hit hard than most, I reckon, but we'll pull through. Keep that in mind. I know. Does that mean you'll reconsider the job? Probably. Good God knows what Good God knows we're hurting for money, and every little bit helps. I'll do what I can. That's a relief. Just keep in mind that a lot of this is just temporary, okay? I will. Don't think of it as a permanent thing, Kelly. This is just as temporary. We're going to get back on our feet. Promise? As much as I can. Yes, I promise I'm not going to let you rot in this town like I did. Why not leave? Your father will never leave this town. His whole family's buried just 2 miles up the highway. Goes back 7 generations. Doesn't mean we can't leave. What? Leave? Your dad and your brother? Please, as bizarre as they may be, I love them to death. Could not stand to be away from them. Is that what you're really suggesting? No. I meant all of you. You try and convince your dad, but let me watch. What is he doing now anyway? I don't know. I thought I heard him come out a minute ago. Lord, where did he get to? I don't know. Go see. Just a second. I'm going to look for him. Okay. So far, so good. David? Hello? David! Mom, why are you yelling? I'm looking for your dad. Have you seen him? He's upstairs. He was covered in mud. Are you mad at him? No, honey. I'm not mad at him. What's he doing up there? Are you mad because he got mud on the carpet? He what? Oh, Jesus. What was he thinking? You only say that when you're mad. He's taking a shower. Okay, you're right. I'm mad now. But not at you. Good. I didn't get mud on the floor. If I got mud on the floor, would you be mad at me? That depends. Don't do it, and we won't have to find out. I wasn't going to. Who are you talking to? Your sister. Do you want to talk to her? No. There's a torch to watch. Oh. No, there's a tornado to watch. I'm going to watch the news. Are you sure? Yes. Someone needs to watch the news, just in case. Where's Kelly? She should be somewhere with the basement. And is she somewhere with the basement? She's on her way home. Tell her she should drive fast, but not too fast. Getting in a car wreck would be bad, too. Not as bad as the tornado, but still very bad. Why don't you tell her? I'm going to watch the news. Someone needs to watch the news. If you say so, Ben. Keep me updated. Did you catch all of that? Yeah. Ben's still yelling at me to tell him to drive faster. But not too fast. Your dad tried mud all the way up the stairs. Christ almighty, I'm not cleaning this up. He can do it himself. Good. Uh-huh. So how's Ben? Oh, you know how he gets when it storms. He's been talking about it. He's talking about how it wasn't in the forecast when he hasn't been locked up in his room, I mean. What was he doing in there? Masturbating. Writing, I think. It's all he seems to do lately. You sure that's all he's doing? Oh, Kelly, your brother's not. He doesn't care about that sort of thing. You don't know that. Well, Eleanor, guess not. We're never really talked about it. I guess he's a teenager. Listen to you, all frustrated. You're just trying to get my goat. No, I'm honestly curious. Why? That's weird for a sister to wonder if her brother's been upstairs doing all day. Whoa, I didn't mean specifically. I'll let you talk to him about that. I don't want to. It's an important part of life, Mom. Look, I know especially for someone like him, but not for his mother to know. Why are you pressing this? Just say it. Your son's blossoming. Kelly Myers. You only say her full name when you're mad at her. Why are you blushing? It's nothing, Ben. Keep an eye on the weather report for me. Okay. You stop giggling right now. Sorry, that was priceless. This game's pretty good. I can't believe you sometimes. I'm done talking about that. Have it your way. Thank you. So he's writing? Yes. That is all he's doing all day. Just writing, nothing else. He's masturbating. What was he writing? Oh, I don't know. He never lets me read any of it. It's been good for him, though. He's been focused like I haven't seen him in a long time. Usually he's focused on something really intensely for a short time. But he gets frustrated so easily and gets so aimless, like with the guitar. He was so into that when we lived here, but once you were gone, he just stopped caring about pretty much everything. He's not playing anymore? I think that's who I got the guitar for. No, he stopped maybe a month after you left for school. He didn't really have any... Whoa. He didn't really have anything to focus on after that. It was even worse after we pulled him out of school, until he picked up writing last winter. It's been a blessing. Wow. How did I not know that? Guess you didn't ask him, or haven't really paid much attention. I found this guitar pick. Yeah? I was going to give it to him. Well, you can still try to give it to him. I just sort of figured he'd still be into it. You were really out of touch there for a while, Kelly. I didn't realize. Wait, here's your father. David, what the hell are you doing out here? I told you I wasn't I told you I was covering my tomatoes. The storm's a bad one. I didn't want them to get beat up. I have never heard anyone of doing that, David. Well, Nora, just because you haven't heard of it doesn't mean that it's not a smart thing to do. You tracked mud all over the carpet, too. Look at that. God damn it. I'll clean it up. Sorry. Dad, you said a bad word. Mom, he's not allowed to say that. If I'm not allowed to say that, he's not allowed to say it. Sorry, bud. You're right. I'll put $1 in the jar. That's $27. I get to buy a game when it's $50. That's what you said. That's the deal. Sometimes I wonder if you do that on purpose. I'll never tell who's on the phone. It's your daughter. That's so. Where's the girl? Here, you talk to her. I'm done playing go-between. Don't you want me to clean this up? Just take the phone. Yes, darling. Oh, shut up. Miss Kelly. Hey, Dad. Where the hell are you? Out by the wind farms? You can see them in the background. Shit. That's a good 15 miles out in the middle of nowhere. What are you doing out there? $28. Good one, Dad. Whoops. That one wasn't on purpose. God almighty. You sound like your mother when you do that. Don't say that. Don't act like this. It's such a bad thing. She might feel insulted. Then don't tell her. Sure thing, baby girl. You, Dad. Oh, you're too grown up for that now, are you? Since I was 8. That's news to me. So what are you doing way out there? I went to the old barn. My parents' place? Yeah. How'd it look? I haven't been there since the accident. Still standing. Won't be surprised if the storm knocks it down. The place was leaning half over the time I saw it at night. I don't want to see it like that. Like what? All falling down. It's the last link I have to my parents, you know. I don't want to remember it like that. Not on the ground. That's deep for you. What can I say? The storm has me feeling real deep. Oh shit, it's my leg. Ben, you heard that sound? No, Mama. No, Mama. I better watch it though. He's one of those. He's in one of those moods. From the storm? I reckon so. You know how irritable he gets when he's wounded up. Should probably tread lightly. Is he still seeing Dr. Patterson? What? Oh no. There was a old what did he call it? An accident? Shit. Yeah, apparently apparently at this, according to Ben, Dr. Patterson was talking to him like he was crazy and dumb, so Ben lashed out. He hit him? No. He sent a letter. A letter? To the Department of Health and Human Services. Yep. Wrote that Dr. Patterson was unfit for his career and should have his physician's license revoked. Oh my god. Damn, it's messed up. Needless to say, we decided to find Ben a new specialist. Did you find one for him? We did. But she's all the way in Omaha. It's 4 hours there and back, and your mom hasn't had time. Why can't you? Lost my driving leg, remember? Oh, right, sorry. This damn leg that's heard of us taking about it. It's pissed. Are you taking anything for it? No pain meds. Anything else? I drink them and that helps. Just now and then? Maybe a little more often than that. I'm not judging you. Good, because I'm not listening if you are. What can't afford the prescriptions and nothing else helps? Have you tried seeing anyone? What, like a shrink? Say it no. Why not? Can you imagine me talking to a psychiatrist? No, I guess not. Even if I wanted to, we couldn't afford it. Hell, we probably couldn't afford to take Ben to a new therapist. Truth be told. Damn, Dad. I've got my own therapy. I'll have to work for it. I don't really. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. This storm just has me out of sorts. Listen, this isn't time for this conversation now, though. Not while you're out and need to keep focus on the road. We're talking about this later. See, finally, Dad's like, "Yo, stop driving, stop listening to me and drive." Promise? Driving and talking is not cool. Well, at least in some states. I promise, baby. Okay. So, what were you up to out at my parents' place then? I just wanted to see it. Feel nostalgia? A little. I miss them too. I found a guitar pick by. Oh yeah? It cutscene that has 2 holes punched in it. Like it was in some kind of necklace. Now that you say that, yeah. Now that you say that, yeah. Oh, that's all. You're the only person who I've known to ever play. I guess Ben isn't anymore. Not anymore, no. You might try getting back into it though. This writing thing probably won't keep him occupied forever. Maybe, I'll try. I tried to keep him to garden with me. That didn't go so well. What was he said? I could buy a tomato from the store. Why wait 6 months for I wanted to? He has a point. Sure. But he's also missing the point of gardening. The feeling of getting your hands dirty, of watching something grow and being able to say you were part of it. What? Like children? You're not so off the mark. Maybe you should try it. About those plants. What about them? What were you doing there? I was covering up the tomatoes. What? Why? To protect them from the storm. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Sure it does. A storm like this, we could get nasty wind and hail. Take the tomatoes right off the vine or bushes, or brush them up. That happens, next thing you know, they'll roll off the vine. I guess that makes sense. See, always doubting the old man. I may be a bit of a fool, but there's process to all of it. And a bit of a drunk. Cutting straight into your heart with things, huh? I didn't mean to. Are those tornado songs? I can hear them too. Whoa. A tornado! They're showing it. It's on the news. Okay, Ben. Okay, Ben. You know the drill. Downstairs. ... Holy crap. She better drive home fast. I want to watch it on the news. Benjamin, now! Most tornadoes only stay on the ground for a few minutes and travel less than 10 miles. This one is 20 miles away. Oh, it's catching up to me. I'm like 15, maybe 12 miles away. Ben, now! Hey, I'm gonna let you go, okay? I should focus on the road. You drive safe. I will. Don't you dare let her off the phone, David. She needs to pay attention to the road, Noah. I'm hanging up. No, she needs to pay attention to the road, Noah. I'm hanging up. Like hell you are. You keep her on the goddamn phone. I'll listen to her getting sucked up to a tornado before I sit around and just worry about it. There would be so much debris that her phone would be destroyed before you could hear her get sucked up into the tornado. Also, you have to put $2 in the jar. She could get in a wreck, especially with the wind. You probably are able to hear her in the wreck unless the phone is thrown out the car. If it is, it was crushed. Okay, bud. Enough of that. You're going to give your mother a heart attack. Ask her if she sees anything. Christ, Nora. Here, you ask her. Talk to your mother, Kelly. Okay. Kelly, can you see anything out there? You mean a tornado? No, Kelly. I'm wondering if you see any corn. Plenty of corn. Oh my gosh. Now's not the time, Kelly. Oh. It's 11. Now's not the time, Kelly. Sorry. The tornado was east there. If Kelly went to Grandpa's house, she's northwest of here. She wouldn't see a tornado unless there was another one, which is very possible. I just wanted to make sure of that. If Kelly gets sucked up into the tornado or her cars get wrecked, can I have her computer? Oh my gosh, that's why would you ask that? It's messed up. Benjamin! She won't need it if she's not using it. No one will be. It would be fair if I could have it. He wants to watch stuff so he can masturbate. Okay, bud, I think that's fair. If Kelly gets sucked up in the tornado, I'm sure she'll be okay with letting me have her computer. To watch porn. What about her room? Please, Ben, that's enough. I'll tell you what. We'll leave her room on the table. You never know. We could get some damage to her room. Might have a giant hole in the ceiling. If I were you, I'd like to see on that investment. Alright, that's a good point. Your brother sometimes. God bless him. Let me talk to him. You sure about that? Yeah. Oh my gosh. This whole time I had choices to pick other things. Wow. Wow. I'm stupid. I might as well just keep going with the first thing. Yeah. Okay, you asked for it. ... Ben, here, talk to your sister. I don't want to. Sirens are getting louder. You can ask her about that computer. Let me have the phone. Dad says I could have your computer if you crash or get sucked up into the tornado. Hey, Hey, Benji. That's his name, Benji. Don't call me that. You know I hate it when you call me that. My name isn't Benji, it's Ben. Sorry, I forgot. Don't do it again. I won't, I promise. You said that last time. I could, I'll just put, I probably did. So what? No, you definitely did. I remember, it was 2 weeks ago. You called me Benji, and I told you not to call me that. And you promised that you wouldn't. Okay, I definitely did. Mom and Dad are arguing over the corner. They don't think I can hear them. What are they arguing about? Mom thinks we should be in the storage room on the east side of the house because she says it's the furthest underground. Is it? No. One of the walls is only halfway covered. She's also afraid that the water heater and here could explode. If that happens, we would be killed. Even if we were in the other room, we'd burn to death. So you guys are the safest room? We are at least likely to be killed by the tornado if we are in the room, but there's no guarantee. In either room, tornadoes and debris are unpredictable. Sounds like you've thought this out. It's common sense. Are you scared? Yes. This is true. I can tell. How? You're not even here. You're my brother. Oh, I'm your sister. I thought she was gonna be like, you're my brother. Of course, I'm your sister. I don't understand. That has to do with me. Call it intuition. I must have given you some kind of clue. Intuition is just a deductive reasoning that people don't realize they're doing. That's what it is. Okay, I don't feel right. Anything I can do to help? How? I don't know, you tell me. Oh, my stomach hurts. Do you want to do a story like we used to? I already wrote one today. Oh, do you want me to read it to me? I left it in my room. I would get it, but Mom and Dad would yell at me because it's dangerous to go upstairs during a tornado warning. Oh, that's too bad. I remember it. I could tell you. You remember the whole thing? Yes, I have an excellent memory. That's right. Are you ready? Yes, I'm ready. Wait, what is it called? Untitled. What? Nice title. Okay. Well, okay then. Are you ready now? Yes, I'm ready. Yeah. A village. Oh, God. A village sat in a wide valley, cut high into the mountains. It was a place plenty, a gash of green in the otherwise cold state, rising above all sides. A small village of people called the place though those who lived higher in the mountains, mining the precious glitz of yellow and blue, called it the Throw. Those in the valley treated this name as an insult, for they thought the name was unfit for their fair village. The people of Vio, or the Through, had lived there for centuries. They were mostly farmers, though a fair number of merchants made a home in the valley for most of the year, save for the month when they would venture upward into the mining towns to sell harvest's bounty, all at a premium. They would return home with bags filled with chips of yellow and blue, tied to their fine leather belts, clinking brightly with the wealth. The next year, they would trade half of their shining fields to the farmers for a share of the harvest that would be, in turn, guard up of milling villages yet again. Food flowered up and outward, and the valley and the yellow and blue would trickle down, gathering a valley of collection varnish. Basin. This continued for hundreds, perhaps thousands of years, dozens of generations of farmers, fathers, and merchants' sons were born, grew, weathered, and were buried beneath the plush plaster of the valley until the beast descended. The mining folk in the higher reaches of the mountains passed tales of the beast around for as long as their history stretched. At the highest peak of the northern mountains, they said, lived the beast. It watched in all directions through slit eyes, biding its time until it would exact calamity. It was a nightmare of immense and terrible power. Miners would whisper, a thing of abject cruelty. But it was also a patient creature. It waited until it felt ready to unleash such cruelty and malice that its ravishes hunger for chaos would be sated. Some believe it waited until enough infants cried out with newborn wails to descend from the perch and devour each and every last baby. Others believe it was simply waiting until the age of plenty before crushing down an era of sickness and madness, of fire and char, blood upon those it perched up from the mountain top. And one day, after hundreds of generations, farmers, traders, and had lived and died in the valley, it appeared in Fue. The beast had risen in the throne. It appeared without warning, with neither sound nor fury. It was simply there. Cruel to top from its four legs, steaming breath rising from a black moth, leathery wings folded in on its hulking shape. It towered over the center of the village, ominously silent. It did not move. It did not even seem to be leaving, save for the sleeping stream billowing from its slime-slicked snout. At first, the people in Fue peeked at the beast from behind shuttered windows, seeking glances from the safety of indoor deparity. An hour passed, then two, and when the sun had reached its highest point, the people began to emerge from their homes to approach the creature. The beast seemed to be sleeping. The bravest soul crept close enough that those looking on would later say that their figures seemed to be darkened as if the beast leached the light off their skin. The people of Ware, or the throne, gathered to discuss what would be done. The beast slumbered, but for how long? Why did he sleep? And perhaps, most worryingly of all, how had he arrived in their village, in their valley? Not a soul had seen it arrive. It was almost as if a thing had simply materialized in the center of the village, or some purpose it had emerged from the earth itself. But if that were the case, how did the soil of their valuable, rich, rare earth, the source of their plenty, and oh, damn it. How did the earth stay the same and like no one see that the creature came out of the ground? The villagers decided to stay in that valley. The creature slept, and the creature breathed with each breath. Its skin rolled, aiming the thorny black scales into the rolling obsidian barrier. But it did not rouse. It did not even move. It did not rain terror from the skies, nor did it consume children by the score. It slept. The farmers continued to tend their land. The merchants made their yearly trek up the treacherous trails to collect what little chips of wealth the miners had collected in exchange for the farmers' yield. Year after year, however, there seemed to be a little less harvest, a little less yellow and blue passed around in the snowy alcoves caved from the unforgiving rock, a little less green in the valley, a little less light. This continued for 20 years, until the day it began to rain. The people of Way, or the Throw, watched the clouds roll in, not from the south, whence the clouds usually arrive, laden with the weather from a faraway sea, but from the north, where there was but ice and stone and mountain. And now, the highest mountain, and on the highest mountain, the beast. The rain draped the valley in a dampness that did not relent, but instead crept into every corner. The mountains themselves seemed to sweat and pour water into the valley. The water carried with it a quiet rot. The first harvest after the rain began produced a meager crop, and what little could be gathered was black and mold before the merchants had chanced to trade it for the yellow and blue. Their livestock fared no better. The animals began developing weeping sores that became infected and killed with a quick fever. That winter, the people of the Throw of Way watched one another waste away as they began to starve. The next harvest was the worst. Every last drop had turned mealy and infested before midsummer. By the last season, the last of the livestock were dead. That winter, the people of the Throw watched one another descend into a state of hunger, madness, devouring the rotted wood, sloughing from their homes in simply heaps, and their fine leather belts that once held yellow and blue, now sprouting spores of black mold. The village and its residents were rotting away. The beast slept. Why doesn't someone eat the beast? As the rains from the north continued into their third year, the few remaining people of the Throw began prophesied that the beast it had come and brought with it great devastation. They could agree. It had brought the rains from the north, and it had brought the rot from the village that would not relent. Squatting in what little remained of the crumbling homes, they dreamt of a day that the beasts would be satisfied, when it would wake and leave their valley and allow them to farm their land and trade with the miners for their bits of wealth yet again. The time will come, they said, when the beast will wake from its slumber and spread. Oh snap! Holy shit! That scared the hell out of me. Did you see that duck? It was like the beast spread its wings, reaching out from one end of the valley to the other, and the wide beat of those mighty wings will ascend aloft. A squall. Did you guys see that though? The duck in the air, like when it flashed, it turned into the beast. That was crazy. And the wind lift away our rot. The villagers waited for this day to come. A generation come and went, born into the rain, and a long rotten in the moldy dirt. They were very few, but still clinging to hope. Oh no. They hoped that the beast slept, but the beast slept until it did not. The day the beast awoke, the villagers celebrated. They watched it stretch its long, horrible from its into shape, hide sundering as it shook the treacherous rain from the thorny scales. They sang the beast as it stood uncertainly and reared from its longeons, unfolding scale-scattered leather wings from one end of the valley to the other. The time of the beast's departure had finally arrived. The time had come from the cleansing wind. The beast beat its wings, emitting tired and ugly groan as it filled from the sudden earth. With the final sign of its short, high into the air, ascending a great gust of wind, through the valley had topped what dimensional dwellings remained. Haplessly standing, the valley was wiped clean. Wow, so it spread its wings, and since the earth was so, all weak from the rain and stuff, he just spread his wings and flew, and then everything just fell like a mudslide. The villagers were knocked from their feet to the rush of wind as they struggled upright and felt the sun on their skin for the first time. They rejected their pale from their dancing and pitiful display of frailty. They could return to their ways, their ancestors. They could know plenty. They planted their first crop before the grass had even greened, with a newfound accuracy of the hunger pains that plagued them constantly. But the grass did not wax green, and the crops did not grow. The decades of rain from the north had left the earth poisoned. There was no going back. They would know plenty. They would not know plenty, nor would they silence the constant muttering of their stomachs. Their rot had been life in the place of celerity. The sunstone but was it if you knew land. The land turned into jagged, unforgiving slate, where perhaps bits of yellow and blue could be scavenged, if not bug to play enough to a fine petrified leather belt. That's the end. You remember all that? Gosh, that was a pretty good start. I don't even have no. I don't have it with me to read. I obviously remembered it. Did you like it? Whoa, it's getting darker. I did. It's pretty good. I'll print you a copy. I'll print you a copy. What we're doing at Grandpa's house today. Just visiting. But there's no one there to visit. I just wanted to see. Why did you ask what I wanted to go? You were still asleep. You could have woken me up. Did you want to go? Not really. Did you find anything else? Something for you, actually. What was it? A guitar pick. Why would I want a guitar pick? It's really old. Lots of things are really old. I don't care. We can play together. I don't want to. Why not? You used to. That was before, you know. Now I don't care about guitar. Oh. You can keep the guitar pick. I don't want it. Oh, I will. Well, I will. Are you crying? What? Oh no. It's because that Frankie person kicked you out of their house, right? Ben, I know. Or is it because you had to move back to the home since you could not find a job? Mom and Dad were worried about both things. They think you're sad because of that. Ben. Okay, Ben, give me the phone. Kelly's crying and I want to know why. I know, honey, but let me talk to her, please. Come here, come here, bud. Will help me wind up the radio so we can listen to the weather report. Did you find something? Did I do something wrong? Did I do something wrong, Kelly? No. You're fine. Go help Dad. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sad. Hey, Kelly. Are you okay? I'm fine. I don't believe you. I don't want to talk about it right now. Okay. Are you close to home? I can't tell. It got really dark. I can't believe the sirens are still going on. This might be the longest tornado warning we ever had. They're saying 2 more have touched down in the country. Listen, when you get here home, we'll all sit down and have a talk. I think we need it. Okay. I really hope the main character doesn't die. You really can't tell where you are? 5 miles out, maybe? Okay, make sure you... What's that noise? Kelly, I'm going to have to let you go. No! Mom? There, and, Mom, you're breaking up. Ow, shit. Mom! Kelly, shit. Mom? Oh my gosh, are you serious? Shit. Go faster. Houses. Wow. Wow, that was a really good game. Oh my gosh. Really good game. Really, really good. Wow. The story. That's what I think that what makes a game. The story. And the wind lifted them away to rock. Or lifted away a rock. Oh my gosh. And the wind lifted away their rock. Wow. So alright, there's multiple endings to this, but I think I got a bad one. Like, not to lie. Like my family died. And with the end theme and then them breaking up, they died. That's freaking messed up though. Freaking awesome sounds, awesome music. It's pretty good music. When you buy the game, you get the soundtrack too. I'll leave the link of the game in the description. This is gonna be outro. 3/4 home. Pretty good. Great story. Reading game. Multiple endings. I got an ending that I think was bad. It was an awesome game. I think everybody should check this out. Subscribe to become a doer today. Leave a comment on what you want me to do next. Like this video. Love your family. I think that's the message of this game. Because anything can happen to take your family out. Don't forget to love them. This game is awesome. I really, really, really enjoyed it. And I hope you guys can enjoy it too. That's all. Remember, I can do anything.